Ken Harris.
A message to the UAW. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Welcome. What's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. I thought yesterday was hump day, but it's actually today. So my day started out great. I woke up late, and everything's been behind ever since. And everything is trash. But I'm making it. And so I've been watching the news and listening to the news. The rate hike went up another 25 basis points, so that's 0.25%. So now we're at 5.5% instead of 5.25%, which means money is still worth less. On top of the 2% that's coming in January and the 19% that it dropped down to, as if we say it's going down from 30 to 19. Well, I still can't afford it, but I digress. I have a message to the UAW, United Auto Workers. Over the last 2 decades, 20 years, roughly 65,000 plants have closed in America. Now, I would say that's not a good thing. I get the need for unions. I support unions, but if you don't have a union, that's okay too. I support the individual's decision to say, I don't want to be in a union. And I mean, that's their prerogative. In Wisconsin, it is. So you can argue the finer points of them. I've been in them before, still have membership in at least one. I get it. But electric vehicles are being pushed by the Biden administration, who says he's the most labor president ever. The biggest supporter of labor. And now he's promptly, with his 2035 basic takeover of the combustible engine, is putting people out of work. So if you think those 65,000 plants that have closed over the last 20 years is something different or something evil, you should look at the next 12 years. I'm sorry, the next 11 years, because it's already September. So one of the reasons why you need a 40% hike is because that's probably the last hike you're ever going to get. Working 32 hours a week and getting paid for 40 is lunacy, but that's what you should probably try to get, because that's probably the only amount of hours you're going to be able to work. And in about 8 to 10 years, over the next 11, the auto industry is going to fundamentally change. And if we keep going down this path away from the combustible engine and gas and oil, in this slightly ridiculous idea that we're going to burn the world down and tear the world up because of global warming, which by and large, based on when we started this diatribe, we should be gone by already. We should be gone already, gone by now, and we're not. Let's start to look at some alternatives of what we need to do. Wind doesn't work. Electric doesn't work. You already said gas and oil and nuclear doesn't work. Yet nuclear is our most efficient way to generate energy, electricity. But our electrical grid can't take the increase. So then what do? You want us to ramp up the making of electric cars that you could put together like Hot Wheels cars, right? Just kind of click everything into place and put a battery in it and you're done. So I have some suggestions for the UAW, the workers, the leadership, in terms of what may need to be done. And this is a message to the UAW. Number one, you need to retrain. I don't know who told you that not growing in your particular field would be okay, or not keeping up with technology that's going on. But times have changed. Number two, you need to retool. Things you make today are not going to be made tomorrow. Transmissions, engines, they'll be a thing of the past if you actually follow what they're trying to do. You're never going to get rid of oil. You're never going to get rid of gas. It's used in too many things. And again, if we were killing people the way you say we are with global warming, many of us would be dead by now. And we're not. So then, I'm not a denier, but I think while the UAW is denying not being able to grow, or they're telling themselves mentally that they're in the right, you need to start, number three, rebuilding. Rebuild your union, rebuild your technology, rebuild your experience, your education. Why haven't you kept up with that before? People got jobs at Tesla and they were non-union and they're working. You got a job at the UAW and you're working, but now you're on strike because everybody's moving towards what they're doing at Tesla. Your president, your governors, everybody's moving toward electric. You want more money to do less in a world that's dying. Which leads me to number four. You have to get moving. You need to stand up, step up, and get retraining, retooling, and rebuilding right now. Because you only have 11 years, and the training is going to take at least a year or two for you to get ramped up. So anybody teaching automotive technology today should be including electric cars in it as well. Electric cars aren't going away. And I don't think gas combustible engines are going to go away either. But if you can't do both, you're not going to have a job. And the union's going to get smaller. And the people are going to get smaller. And it's unfortunate because historically, we've watched the car overtake the horse and buggy. And the only guy that made money was the one selling the horse whips. So as we move forward, standing there protesting is not going to move you forward. Standing there watching people go to work at Tesla plants and get paid is not going to get you a 40% increase, because that's not going to happen. We need airplanes for people to travel fast. We need all sorts of things for people to move fast. So the airline pilots, I almost called them stewardesses, the flight attendants, we all need to use it. UPS, we're never going to not deliver a package. I mean, drones are cute, but that's not going to work. You always need that person that can change their mind, and drones only do what they're programmed to do. So where do we go? Well, that's where you come in. And where are you? Standing on the side of the road with a sign in your hand, protesting the inevitable. Keep this in mind. If you're trying to get to where the UAW needs to be in relation to electric cars, which is where the government and everyone else is going, remember this and keep this in mind. You can't cross the ocean by standing and staring at the sea.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Do you need a way to uplift your fellow woman? Have you ever wished you could do more to serve your community, but just don't have the time? You can do this and more by helping Good Karma Brands support Women Build through Habitat for Humanity. And all you have to do to help is donate. The link to donate will be open until September 30th. Just go to MilwaukeeHabitat.org. Again, that's Women Build at MilwaukeeHabitat.org. And be sure to check out 1017 The Truth social media for a behind-the-scenes look of our team building a new home in the Harambe neighborhood.
Family needing a getaway? Chula Vista Resort in Wisconsin Dells has everything you want. Right on the Wisconsin River. Splash into new surrealistic water park fun with rainbow rapids. Try